Alrighty, I have finally done a competition. I've got the videos here. I'm going to go over what I did, what I was happy with, what the plans are now, all that sort of thing. So, like I said, first competition ever, snatch attempts. I went 90, missed the 95 that you just saw, then 100. Clean and jerk, I went 110, 117, 122. I took silver in this weight class. In general, pretty happy with the technique of the lifts. This was obviously a little bit forward, and the main issue with the clean and jerk was just keeping the back leg far too straight. So if you've seen any of my other training logs, you'll see that a big focus of mine has been dropping the back knee and being in a more stable position. And I did that reasonably on this one, which you can see. You can't really see from this angle. Honestly, that's pretty shit as well. Let's be honest. But what I am happy with is the weights. Leading up in training to this, most snatch sessions would not go above 70 kilos. And even on the heavier days, I would maybe only do 80 to 85 kilos. Not amazing. And on the clean and jerk, I think the heaviest I did was 100. The exception to that being a competition I did 3 weeks prior to this, where I did 100 and something in the snatch and 125 maybe in the clean plus front squat. Now I'm going to compare that to two different instances. So this video that I've got on the screen here, I'm going to show a snatch and a clean and jerk from me when I was in good shape at a similar body weight to that of the competition. So this is with straps here, but this is 105 kilos, so 5 kilos up on the competition. The main difference you can probably see is just how much sharper my technique is. So I'm definitely stronger at the moment, but my technique was just way sharper, and that's from familiarity with the heavier weights, as well as more consistency, like more consistently higher training loads. That's what I wanted to say. So like I said, most sessions recently, snatch only goes up to like 70 for doubles and triples. Clean and jerks are like 1+2s at 90. Whereas at this period I was doing way more. And then finally I've got two lifts here. These are pretty much my best lifts ever. So this is 112. I have done 116, but I can't find the video. And this is a 145 clean. So I'm quite a way down on my best numbers ever. I'm not that far away from my best numbers at a similar body weight. So where do we go from here? So probably the first thing to note is I don't really need to change anything. If you looked I showed those videos of me doing 105 and 120 at a similar body weight. And the biggest difference in training had nothing to do with the program and everything to do with the consistency. So if I was doing triples, for example, on a Monday or a Wednesday, I would get up to around 85 kilos and then be snatching around 100, say, for a heavy single on a Friday. Currently, I can still hit that sort of 100 heavy single, but my working weights are like 10 to 15 kilos lighter than this. And the same goes for the clean and jerk. I have rarely gone above 90 kilos, whereas at this time I would do 100 to 110 for working sets, as in for volume. You're looking at 6 to 8 sets at those sort of weights. So the main thing is the training program doesn't need to change. I'm already in considerably better shape than I was when I began this training block, and the comp sort of shows that with the numbers I hit. All I need to do is just stay the way, be diligent about improving my technique as much as I can, and everything else will sort of come. And then hopefully I can get back to the point where, I regularly hit 100 kilos on, once a week. I start to hit 100 kilos once a week, something like that, and I can work up the week weights towards sort of 80 to 90 kilos for a top set of like a double or triple in the week. So the final thing I'm going to show here is just my program that I did sort of leading up to this. This was a typical week. I train 5 weightlifting days per week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. and I have been doing double sessions, partly because I have the time and because I sort of like to break them up. So a typical way it would go is Monday morning I have back squats, presses, upper body accessories, and then in the PM I have a snatch variation and power clean and jerks. Tuesday I wouldn't normally strict press, I don't know why that was there. It would be like front squats, lower body accessories, and then the PM power snatches, either rack jerks or push presses, something like that. Wednesday is very similar to Monday, just with different variations. Friday, I tend to do less volume in the back squat in favor of going somewhat heavier in the lifts in the evening. I didn't on this week because, as you can see, I had the competition here. So this was 2 weeks before the competition I've just shown you. And I got up to, 104 and 125. Now, how that's going to look moving ahead is I'm going to stay the way with the strength work. My strength is in a good spot, but it doesn't hurt to push it a little bit higher. So I'm going to stay in slightly higher rep ranges, fives, sort of 4 to 6 reps. You know, I have quite liked fives recently, and I'll probably even do fives on the Friday. The front squat, I won't push heavy. I will just stay around my maximum clean and jerk weights for 2 to 3 reps, maybe 1 or 2 times per week, we'll see. And then the snatches and clean and jerks, the aim will just be to slowly work up the weights on those. So as you can see in this week, my working sets is this lower line here. So I did a set of 3 at 60, 65, back down to 60, 65, 70. So I got 1 set at 70. The aim would be to push up the top sets towards sort of 75, 80, 85, and also accumulating more work at lower weights. So hopefully that makes sense. I can show you what I did today even, or what I'm going to do because I haven't done the PM session yet. Another competition booked for about 6 or 7 weeks away. So let's just see where we can take this.